Hi, folks. I'm back yet again with another interesting topic. What is the difference between MBA and PGDM? The moment you're done with your graduation, the first question is what next? And there's always a conjecture that shall I take up a job, which career path to choose from, and just in case if you decide upon taking up higher education, that is your post graduation. A lot of a dominant choice these days is management education. The moment you step into the arena of management education, too many confusions, too much of conjecture again. These two acronyms, MBA and PGDM, can really make your life difficult. So next few minutes is all about what MBA is, what PGDM is, what's the difference between them. To begin with, MBA. MBA is a degree. Please note, it's a degree that is being offered by institutions, or should I say educational bodies, which are affiliated to certain universities, and all these universities are guided, or they follow the guidelines of UGC, that stands for Universities Grants Commission. So the guidelines are given by them, and universities follow it, and all the colleges which are affiliated to these universities are approved, and they have that authority to call their program as an MBA, and MBA is a degree. Likewise, when you talk about PGDM is guided, and what do you call, the complete structure is designed and guided and monitored by a body called AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. So this particular body approves few institutions dominantly called as business schools, which are usually of private in nature. They are the ones who offer you PGDM as a program. Now, which one is better is the question. We'll come back to that point at a later point. But let us understand what is the nature of these business schools. Business schools dominantly understand and they have that authority to define certain amount of, they have that feasibility or the flexibility to tweak around with syllabus, irrespective of certain guidelines being given by AICTE. They also have autonomy in terms of playing around with syllabus. Now, when I say playing around, are they giving you anything less? No. They only give you that flexibility to understand what exactly is being practiced in the market, and based upon that, they adapt and they try to bring it into your syllabi. The moment you see that there is a realistic approach, or what exactly is being required in the market is being taught in your classroom, that makes it much more interesting and relevant. So that is how PGDM has its own edge over MBA. But nevertheless, now the question is PGDM a degree? No, it is not a degree. It is a diploma. And why is it a diploma? Like what I've said, when it comes to MBA, only universities and affiliate colleges can give you degree. Private bodies, business schools, and private institutions, or should I say universities these days, which offer PGDM, they cannot call their certificate a degree. I hope that clarifies your doubt in terms of which one is degree and which one is a diploma. Now coming back to the other questions that one might have. In terms of learning curve, let us understand what's the kind of a learning curve that MBA has to offer and what is it with PGDM. Like how we were talking in terms of guidelines about what is supposed to be taught in the classroom with regards to MBA, the guideline comes from UGC, and it is slightly rigid when compared to PGDM. Again, we are all entitled to our own opinions, and this is just my opinion based upon my experience. By the way, I'm someone who's done with his PGDM with one of the major business schools in India. With that exposure, probably I can tell you, when you talk about MBA, the guidelines are being driven by UGC. It is more theoretical in approach, but scholastically it's deeper. Theoretical approach is really good. A lot of research has gone into MBA over a period of time. When it comes to PGDM as a program, whatever is required as per the current market conditions, any changes, any dynamics that are being brought into market, any new learnings or strategies that are being brought into the corporate world, PGDM hops onto it. They try to make it a part of your curriculum, and that is the reason the learning curve at PGDM is a bit more advanced and is more realistic. I would say it's not advanced. I would not put it across as advancement. It is more realistic on that nature. Likewise, in terms of flexibility, like I told you, they try to bring in internships into picture. They try to have their own learning and development methodologies brought into picture, wherein the guidelines at MBA are a bit more stringent. In terms of internships, MBA internships are not monitored, is what I have observed over a period of time. And I believe across my exposure to business schools for more than a decade now, the monitoring system at MBA level is very minimal, whereas with PGDM institutions, business schools take their internships really seriously. And there are different technological means, or should I say platforms, that are being used by many of these business schools, which constantly tracks the timelines of their aspirants or the students studying in these business schools. They try to see where exactly the world is going, what kind of a learning curve is happening, and on a timely basis they also try to interact with the students to understand what kind of a learning is it that they are having during their period of internship. So technically MBA might give you theoretical approach, a deeper insight theoretically, but PGDM is going to give you a better understanding of real-time market. Now likewise, in terms of uh, corporate exposure, PGDM has a better edge over MBA. Now let us talk about specializations. How do they work? MBA technically deals with two specializations, a major and a minor. First year would be common, and second year you can take area of your choice. If we go a bit with the traditional approach, the three larger gamuts, marketing, finance, and HR, is what most of the institutions offer. But with newer entrants into the gamut, particularly a lot of institutions are offering operations or supply chain and management, as well as business analytics or data sciences these days, as a choice of specialization at both major level and minor level. So that is always there with MBA. But when it comes to PGDM, the gamut is larger. You have too much to choose from. It again depends from institution to institution. But let us compare the quality of institutions now. MBA colleges are dominantly there are when it comes to institutes with the quality and institutes which are renowned in the corporate circles, there are fewer MBA colleges when compared to PGDM. But when it comes to PGDM's business schools, there are more than 400 business schools across India, and technically around 20 plus IIMs are offering PGDM program. Now they would want to call themselves MBA or PGDM is absolutely left to them after 2019. But prior to that, even IIMs were offering PGDM. Now they have their own choice if they would want to call their certification PGDM or MBA. But that is another huge change that you would see in this game. Now, what is it that corporates would choose? If I ask you a simple question, if I have to choose between someone over black and white and someone over experience, I would rather choose someone who has played real cricket than someone who has seen a match on television. Likewise, when it comes to MBA, this is something more theoretical or something more observatory in nature, wherein PGDM is more realistic. Someone who has done internships, someone who has dealt with too many case studies when compared to MBA, and someone who had real-time learning is definitely more valuable to me. But again, in terms of the quality that is being maintained at different institution can always differ, so you have to choose your institution really well before you get into PGDM. Now coming down to fee structure, mostly MBA is very economical in nature. The investment towards your masters can be very minimal with the MBA. Likewise, when you talk about PGDM, it's an expensive course, dear friends. So folks, choose your institution right, because when it comes to PGDM, the fee might start at 4.5 lakhs minimal and go as high as 18 to 21 lakhs depending on the institution. But what is the right amount to be invested into your PGDM? If that is the question to be asked, then I would say anything between 6 to 9 lakhs is decent enough, provided you have application, you're focused, you're determined, and some definite communication is required, because corporates are very choosy about how you communicate, your written communication, your verbals, how you carry yourself, your body language. All of this play a dominant role in terms of your selection process during your placement. So this is something that is really important that you should be aware of. So just in case if you have money and you're choosing a business school for the namesake, let me tell you, it's not going to work out if you are not strong with your personality and communication. So in case if you'd want to take up PGDM as a career choice, start working towards your communication, your posture, your body language, as well as be prepared to have some deep pockets. And when it comes to MBA, it's very economical. Usually there are institutions who charge you as minimal as 25 to 30,000 per year. So at the max you might shell out anything between 60,000 to 3 lakhs. There are few institutions which might charge you a bomb even for an MBA. A lot of private universities who are offering MBA these days who might charge you as high as 18 lakhs just like PGDM, but there are very few of that nature. For more insights and difference between MBA and PGDM, or if you would want to know more about particular programs or specializations of PGDM, because there are too many options available: dual specialization, triple specialization, add-on specializations, special certifications and all. For more insights of that nature, keep watching my channel, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side of the story. And if you want more insights about any of these programs or institutions, please leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer that in my next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.